Hey guys, so as you can see there, my previously recorded wax stash piles are mounting up. I have refilled my wine just to get me through. So in the full interests, or in the interest of full disclosure, what I've done is I've tried to split this one out slightly more logically. So I'm going to start with the bars that I have that fall into the discontinued section. So these are ones that we will be saying goodbye to at the end of this month. Ones leaving the catalogue. So if any of these are ones you like, you know, grab them, stock up, start a Scentsy club. If you don't have a consultant you're working with, reach out to me and I will help you set up a Scentsy club, or I will help you stock up on supplies of your favourites. Then I have a vast selection of some that are in current catalogue and staying, moving forward to the new catalogue, discontinued, just kind of a mishmash of everything. And then to prevent any spoiler alerts, because I won't lie and say they are or they aren't coming back, at the end of this video I will then move on to waxes that I have which are coming back in the new catalogue. So if you don't want to know what's coming back, I will put like a thing up on the screen saying, if you don't want to know what's coming back, tune out now. So let's start. So, should have planned this better because this list is in alphabetical order, my pile of waxes isn't. So, let's wing it, whatever. So, some of the bars leaving us, or all the bars leaving us at the end of this month are Apricot Vanilla, which I haven't had, Be Fabulous, which I don't have, Bora Blossom, which I have 1 bar of, By the Sea, which I also have 1 bar of. This is a bit like bingo. Then we have Cherry Limeade, which I have a bar of. Then we have Cherry Petals, 1 bar of. I wasn't overly fussed with that one. If it doesn't come back next year, well, I won't be sad. Chili Mango, which I've only smelt in the tester pot, and it took until about the 3rd sniff, or the 3rd attempt at sniffing them, before I was like, oh, actually, this isn't bad. We have Coastal Sunset, 1 bar. Coral Waters, 1 bar. Coral Waters I quite liked. I probably should actually say that, shouldn't I, rather than just playing bingo. Did like Coral Waters. Coastal Sunset I did really like, but that has amber in it and I generally like anything with amber in. Then we have French Lavender is leaving. Hawaiian Hula, which I don't have. Here Comes the Sunflowers, which I have a bar of. I haven't actually warmed it. It came in the May whiff box. It smells nice enough. I think, again, it's one of the ones that would work in a bedroom, as it's not an in-your-face floral. We have Hibiscus Pineapple, Iridescent Pearl, Island Bowl, Island Hopping, which I have a bar of, and I did really like this. I have one customer who's just ordered a 6-pack, 3 bars of this and 3 bars of By the Sea. She really likes both those, and she didn't want a Scentsy club, so she's just stocked up. Clean Fresh fragrance. Do really like that one. I think that's probably one of the only ones that I would be a bit like, maybe I should pick another bar up, as I only have half a bar left. Probably won't. I'll try and resist the urge. Then we have kiwi fruit. Again, I haven't even opened this one, let alone warmed it, so I'm not entirely sure what it's like yet. Lemon Blossom Basil. I do have a bar. Again, haven't opened it. Did smell it in the tester pot, which was quite nice, which was why I bought a bar and then just never got around to it. Lemon Squeeze is leaving us. Life in Bloom is leaving us. Lychee Sorbet, which was one that only in the tester pot, is the only one that I was like, I just cannot bring myself to buy it. Mad for Melon, which I have half a bar of. Did quite like this one. It's quite a light fruity fragrance. It's got that watery melon vibe to it, but it's not in your face. Then we have Mahalo Coconut, which is also leaving us, and another bar which I also haven't opened. Then we have Make a Splash, which I don't have. Mineral Oasis, I don't have. Oh, Snapdragon, I don't have a bar of that, but I have got a tester pot, which I will at some point get round to warming. Oodles of Orange is leaving us. I don't have a bar, but I know Lisa Roberry's husband loves it, so I have actually ordered a bar just to try it before it leaves. Then the cat's just jumping up on the bookcase. Paradise Punch, which I do have a bar of, and again, hasn't been opened. Then we have Pineapple Pucker, which I don't have. Pink Promenade, which is another bar that I haven't actually warmed. Though I do know it's really nice. I can smell it through the seal, and I have had it in the Scentsy soap. So do really like the fragrance of it. I just haven't warmed it. Safari Sunset is also leaving us. Sheer Leather is leaving us, which I do really like sheer leather. I did make a decision earlier on when I saw this was being discontinued. I'm not adding this to my Scentsy Club. I do really like sheer leather. I am going to pick up one more bar. But World Traveller is staying. And I think out of the two, if I had to choose one and only one to go in my club, it would be World Traveller. So that means this isn't going in my club. I may decide not to buy another bar. I don't know. I will certainly make that decision before my last order of the month. But for now, I might pick up another bar. Then we have Strawberry Rose is also leaving, which I haven't tried. Succulent Sunshine is leaving us, and that was quite a nice one, quite a clean green floral. Did quite like that one. We also have leaving is Summer Holiday, Summer Sunshine, Sun-Kissed Citrus, which again you can smell through the seal. It's really nice, but I haven't warmed it. Then we have Tangerine Creamsicle is leaving, Tropic Tango is leaving, Walk on the Beach is leaving, which this one is a really nice one. I can't decide if I want another bar of this. I think it might be one that could be I really hope it comes back in the spring, but if it doesn't, I won't beat myself up. I think the only reason I'm going for another bar of sheer leather over another bar of this is I've only warmed 3 cubes out of this bar, and I only have 3 cubes of sheer leather left in that bar. And then finally, the last wax bar to leave us is watermelon tangerine. So there are other things leaving, but I just thought I'd just go through the Scentsy bars since we're talking about, or I'm rambling about my wax stash. So then we are on to all the other bits. So there is a mixture of scents of the month. Some of them are in my club. Some of them aren't. So let's crack on. So I have a bar of shimmer, which is nice. I haven't actually warmed it. So some of these waxes I bought when I first became a consultant, and I've just never got round to warming them. Then Blue Grotto I have 1 bar of. This is my 3rd bar, I think. Do really like Blue Grotto. Blue Grotto works well mixed with lemon sorbet. So this one is staying in the new catalogue. If this did leave, I probably would have either grabbed a few bars or added it to my club. And speaking of lemon sorbet, I have 1 bar. Then I have 3 bars of Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze. And this one has actually gone in my Scentsy club. This was I think it was the May scent of the month. The reason I'm saying that is I've dated it April, and as I have 3 bars, I would say this is May's scent of the month, because my last Scentsy club was May and I couldn't add it in yet. So this was May's scent of the month, Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze. And this is just a really nice, fresh, slightly sweet fragrance. For me, it's one that I would warm all year round, and I do really like it. And it's one of the ones where, yeah, for me, it really performs. So that's in my club. Then I have 2 bars of Pepperberry Sage, which I think is still available in the clearance section. Don't hold me to that. But this is a really nice one. I'm glad I picked up 2 bars. It's a shame that it's not coming back this year. But then with nearly 2 bars, it's probably not the end of the world anyway. I have a bar of sea salt and avocado, so this is my second or 3rd bar. Now I really like sea salt and avocado. I have a fragrance flower in the downstairs toilet in this fragrance, and I know that Scentsy say that fragrance flowers last up to 60 days. The one I have in the downstairs toilet at the moment is one that, I want to say the 12th. The specific day isn't that important, but it was around the middle of April, and we are now, the 2nd of July, and there's probably still an 1/8 of the oil left in it. So I would say that up to 60 days is probably just covering themselves. I would say, personally from my experience, that you're looking at around 90 days, possibly, maybe a bit longer. So then I also have a bar of red pear and pomegranate. So I did pick this one up from clearance, and that's a really nice one as well. Then I have 2 bars of World Traveller. Well, one and nearly half. This one is really nice. For me, this is nicer than sheer leather. And in fact, I think I've made my decision. I'm not having another bar of sheer leather, just because this one really is, for me, the nicer of the 2. Then I have a bar of ginger spice. Now I think this was possibly, I want to say it was maybe February's scent of the month. And I really like this. But to me it smells very similar. I know I said in the licensed video, to me it smells very similar to the Force Dark Side, but I think that's because there is ginger in the Dark Side. But for me, this one would probably be added to my Scentsy Club before the Dark Side, purely because it's not licensed and it's cheaper and it smells very similar. So there's that one. Then I have a bar of Just Breathe. Well, I have 2.5 cubes. So I probably should have said not all of these bars are full bars. Some of them are almost finished, but nonetheless they still take up the space of a full bar. So we will keep them like full bars. Then I have a satin sheet. So this is, I think this is sandalwood, vanilla and musk maybe. There's definitely sandalwood in it, and that's one that I really like. Then this was discontinued in the last autumn winter catalogue and it hasn't returned this time, which I am slightly saddened about, which is salted lavender. And I have really liked this one, and this is the only bar I've had of it, and I have had to warm it sparingly. But yeah, it is a shame it hasn't come back. But no, there are 10 brand new never seen before fragrances being released next month, so not everything can come back. So I will continue to warm that sparingly. Then we have a bar of Pie Oh My, which I did pick up from clearance and haven't warmed. But I know that this is a really nice one because I do have it in Scentsy pods, which I have not warmed, used. Then have nearly a full bar of Shaker or Shaka, Shakar, however you pronounce it. That's quite a nice one. Then I have a bar of Blood Orange Spice. So I have just finished a bar of this. For me, it's been really good in the utility room because it's quite strong. But this was one of the ones that the first time I warmed it, I was like, oh my god, this is not going to be good. Just because it's really quite bitter. But actually blood orange is quite bitter to smell anyway. So there's that one. Then I have a bar of Newborn Nursery. So again, another unopened bar. But this one smells a bit, well, just like baby powder. Then I have a bar of Blackberry Orange Marmalade. So this one's quite nice. It's quite sweet. It's blackberry, it's blackberry jam, brown sugar, and I'm not sure if there is orange in it. I know it might be orange zest. That's quite a sweet one. Then I have 2 bars of Plumeria Peach, which I believe was April's scent of the month. I have 2 bars of this. I wish I'd picked up another bar before it sold out, but it is what it is, and that's one of the things. No, I didn't add it to my Scentsy Club, so I could have done. I didn't. I have 2 bars. It's not the end of the world. It really isn't. And who knows, it may appear in the Spring-Summer 2022 catalogue. I have 2 bars of Pink Cotton, and I haven't actually warmed either of them at all, ever. Have a bar of Pink Haze. Now this does smell really nice through the foil seal, but again, haven't ever warmed it. Did pick up a bar of Mariposa Lily from clearance back in February, and I wish I'd picked up more because it is really nice. Again, it's one that I've only warmed 2 cubes because I am warming it sparingly, but I have really enjoyed that. And I have a bar of aloe, water and cucumber, again rolling forward to the next catalogue. I have a bar of Simply Black Cherry, and it smells absolutely gorgeous through here, but I haven't warmed it. I'm trying to work my way through some of the ones that are open before starting new ones, though when it comes to ones like TLOs, I don't tend to think that way. I do tend to try them straight away just in case I like them, and I can either grab some more bars, add them to my club. So Lavender Cotton, again, I've had this one for a while, haven't smelt it, but it's one of the ones that I thought, well, once salted lavender is gone, I can move on to that. Then I have 2 bars of coconut lemongrass, and this is a really nice fragrance. It's coconutty, lemony, creamy. It's not in your face, but it is very nice. Then I have a bar of Breakfast Blend, which I did pick up from clearance, and it's a shame they didn't bring this one back, because I think this is one that has been really nice in the kitchen. But again, as I said, they can't keep bringing them all back. I may come back one day as part of a bring back my bar. So then I have Pineapple Coconut Vanilla, which is a really nice one. Again, haven't actually warmed it. I'm just going by the smell on cold through the actual seal. Then I have a bar of Vanilla Bean Buttercream. And this is just like, reminds me of the old car green trees, the car air freshener, the vanilla one. I always liked that. I did buy that one religiously. Vanilla Bean Buttercream is a bit of a miracle worker. What I find, if there's one that you're really not keen on, throw a cube of this in, and it does really tend to just, if it's a bit too floral or a bit too citrusy, it just brings the tone down, and if it's a bit bland, it just kind of elevates it a bit. So good to see that that's not being discontinued. Then I have a bar of Pima Cotton, or Pima Cotton. This one is very strong. It's a very strong kind of clean linen type fragrance, and really does just knock your socks off. If you don't like strong scents, I would say definitely stay away from this. And if you don't like florals, say if you don't like florals, it is almost like a laundry clean fragrance, but I also get floral from it. Off the top of my head, I don't know if it is in the floral category. I think it is actually. Then I have a bar of Mint to Be. So this was one I bought back in January, so this was last year's autumn winter catalogue, and I haven't warmed it. I think with some of them, I bought them before I became a consultant. I then became a consultant and went wild, so I didn't actually get around to warming a lot of them. So I have a bar of Green Tea and Jasmine, which this one is really nice as well. I think it's quite subtle, but it's quite clean and fresh. And I have a bar of Clove and Cinnamon. This one hasn't come back, and I didn't think it would because of the fact it was in clearance. I love kind of like spicy, woodsy fragrances, so haven't really enjoyed warming that one. Then a bar of Citrus Rosemary, which is available in clearance, and it's been in clearance for a while. And this one is really nice. I've been using this one in the utility room just because it just works really well out there. having 2 cats who are indoor cats, the cat litter tray is in the utility room, so the warmer in the utility room is generally on 24/7 unless I'm away. Then have 2 bars of June's scent of the month, which is Apple Blossom Breeze. Haven't warmed this yet, but it is a really nice one. It's quite... I think it's... There is a hint of apple. There's also floral in there, and it's nice. I think 2 bars will be enough. I might just pick up... This is where I talk myself into buying more, and I need to talk myself out of buying more. Then I have 2 bars of Jammy Time, which is absolutely lovely. Again, this is brilliant for the bedroom. I've read and seen where people have said July's stargazing is a bit of... Oh, this one did melt in transit. Where people have said that stargazing is a bit like a grown-up, more sophisticated Jammy Time. So I'm looking forward to trying that. I haven't ordered any yet. I've ordered 2 bars for customers. I've had permission of one customer, Jade, to open it and smell it if it is sealed. Some of them at the moment are coming without seals. Because my Scentsy Club is due to process next month, so I didn't want to order myself a bar and then think, ooh, I really like this, I want to add it to my club, and then end up with another bar in August. I thought I would do the sensible thing, try and smell it first, and then decide if it's club worthy. If it is, it will go in my club. If it's not, I'll just buy 1 or 2 bars. Then I have 2 bars of Luna, and Luna I find just lasts so long. It's not an in-your-face fragrance, but it just seems to last forever. Then I have 3 bars of Pink Sugarberry Mint. Now, Pink Sugarberry Mint is in my Scentsy Club. It went in, I think this was March, was it, or February? I think it was March's scent of the month. This went in my club straight away. The first time I warmed it, I was like, oh yes. It's like a decadent strawberry milkshake. That's where I would describe it. It's sweet, it's slightly... Don't really get much of the mint. I kind of just get that tiny little undertone of mint. But it's just like rich and creamy and fruity and decadent, and almost imagine like a large American style strawberry milkshake with whipped cream on top, a cherry and a sprig of mint. That's just what this fragrance conjures up. So that's in my club, and it's one of the ones that I think will stay in my club possibly forever. No, I have 3 bars now. I have another bar coming next month. Doesn't worry me. Doesn't worry me at all. And then the last, but by no means least, one I have is probably, I think it is, from what I've worked out, one of the most disliked fragrances Scentsy do, and I have just 1 or 2 bars. It is Around the Campfire, which I think is probably rated one of the top 5 most disliked fragrances that Scentsy did. However, I absolutely love it. It was in my club when they announced it was being discontinued. It went in my club, it stayed in my club for a while, and then I decided, so I'm just looking at the dates on them because I have started dating my bars just so that I get in the habit of using the oldest ones first. So it's like, I have a wood burning stove. I've gone camping a lot, had campfires, And this just takes me back to sitting by a campfire in a field with a bottle of lager under the stars, just chilling out. And it's rich, it's smoky, it's woody. It's just unbelievable. Now, the reason I have so many, and the reason that, having said that I would never take it out of my Scentsy Club, Scentsy Club, it was $7.25 a bar, and then it was 10% off. It went into the clearance section at £4.35 a bar, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And then I decided I would literally just stock up. So every time I placed an order, or most times I placed an order, I've thrown 1 or 2 bars in and built up a little backstop. So I have 15 bars. I am going to try and round that up to a nice even 20. And then obviously call it a day. But yes, one of the most disliked fragrances is one of my most liked fragrances. So that's it. That's it. That's come to the end of my wax stash. Or has it? Because as you know, it hasn't. It has for some people. Because as I mentioned earlier, the next few I go through now will be ones that are making a return in the autumn-winter 2021 catalogue. So if you don't want any spoilers, thank you for joining me. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and take care, stay safe, and I will catch you again soon. For those who want a few spoilers, wait right there. Here we go. So I will start with, and I did kind of do a sneak leak on my Facebook page and Instagram. Cozy Cardigan, it's coming back, yay! Put this in the warmer today and absolutely love it. I do really like this. I'm so glad it's come back, and I think it's one, well, I'm 85% certain that it's one that will go in my club at the end of January, before the new catalogue in February. So we have Cozy Cardigan. Then we have Apple Picking is also coming back. And this one is like apples and spice, but it's almost a fresh apple, whereas Evil Queen, Just One Bite, was like a baked, rich, sweet baked apple. This is more of a tart, spiced apple. I do really like that one. Then we have Apple Cherry Strudel is also making a return, and this is absolutely lovely. It's like a rich buttery pastry with cherry, apple, spices. Oh, I love that one. Christmas Cottage is also making a comeback, and this is, I'm not sure what the scent notes are, but I get like fruit and spices and cinnamon. So looking forward to that. And I think it was the February clearance sale, I did pick up a fragrance flower in this fragrance, so I'm glad it's come back. Then this was a scent of the month. I have 2 bars of Jade and Jasmine, which has now been added to the autumn winter catalogue as a regular item. So this one again, it's almost got a cologne-y type scent to it, but it's like a wintry cologne. It's quite hard to describe it. But I was certainly not sad to see this come back. Don't think I would add this one to my Scentsy Club, just because there are others that are kind of like that cologne-y type fragrance. But certainly not sad to see it back, and I will be grabbing a few more bars. And then the last two were actually my first 2 bars that I ever bought from Scentsy. So the first one is Arctic Kiss, which was December 2020's scent of the month, which I had in my whiff box. I'm just so glad. Obviously, because the catalogue changed in February this year, I had this. It was early December. I warmed 1 cube, and I was like, oh, nice. And then I should have added it to my Scentsy Club, but I didn't. And then the catalogue discontinued, and I was like, oh. So I have only warmed 1 cube, and I'm just so excited to be able to warm the rest of it, because when you don't know if it will ever come back, you do kind of, well, I tend to warm them a bit more sparingly. So really pleased that's coming back. And then last but not least, we have Twilight Frost. So I did really like this one. I think this falls into the woods category. I'll just have a quick look. Woods. Twilight Frost is one of the woods, and Arctic Kiss falls into the fresh category. And this is like, I really don't know how to describe it. It's just this one and Arctic Kiss are 2 that will be going into my Scentsy Club the end of January. And I think they might possibly be, well, I definitely will be warming through this now as soon as the weather, well, I don't even know if I will wait for the weather to start to drop. Now I know it's coming back, I can safely warm through it. And I'm just so pleased that this is coming back. So that is finally it. So for those of you that have stuck around for the sneak peek of what's coming back, obviously there are a lot more returning, and as I said earlier, there are 10 new fragrances being launched, which I'm super excited about. Cannot wait to order the wax on, I think it's the 13th, 12th or 13th we can order them. So really happy about that. Thank you for joining me. This is undoubtedly another long video, so thanks for sticking around until the end. And until my next video, which will be my empties for June, take care, stay safe as always, and see you in the near future, hopefully.